Sayreville may have pulled off the biggest upset of the week, downing state-ranked and defending sectional champion Piscataway 14-7 in Sayreville. Sayreville received stellar performances from quarterback Joe Geiger and their entire defense. Sayreville moved the ball to the Piscataway 10-yard line on their opening possession when Geiger hit Shakir Goodrich on a screen and the back did the rest for a 70-yard pickup. Geiger then hit this TD pass for the score to take a 7-0 lead with 5 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the first period. The Sayreville defense was superb and harassed Piscataway quarterback Malcolm Griggs all night. Piscataway had possessions deep in Sayreville territory frequently throughout the game, but drives were ended by key sacks by Sid Holt and George Koblenz, while defensive back Basim Fain came up with 2 huge interceptions to halt the Piscataway offense. Later in the fourth, Piscataway got their offense on track, and Griggs connected with senior Kyle Polk on a pass that gave the Chiefs first and goal from the 5.
Malcolm Griggs' pass is complete to Kyle Polk. It'll be first and goal for the Chiefs.
Anthony Tillman tied the score at 7-7 with 9:14 left to play, and suddenly the momentum was swinging in favor of the Chiefs.
Piscataway touchdown scored by Anthony Tillman. Extra point by Derek Mowry.
But the Sayreville offense, which had been slowed since its opening scoring drive, drove 80 yards in 6 plays in a drive that lasted less than 2 minutes. Shakir Goodrich had runs of 14 and 30 yards, and Geiger and DeLon Stevenson connected on pass plays of 14 and 30 yards. The drive ended with fullback Alex Yanuzelli busting in from the 1 with 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining to play. On the ensuing possession, Piscataway was forced to punt following a 3-and-out, and Sayreville used an effective offense that converted a 3rd and 2, a 3rd and 3, and a 4th and 3 to run out the clock and win the game. First-year coach Don Morgenroth has Chatham off to a 2-0 start. It's the best start for the Cougars since they began the 1998 season with 3 victories. Chatham used a strong running game and a dominating defense that has not allowed a point this season to down Wallkill Valley 27-0. Kyle McDonough led the rushing attack with 119 yards on 12 carries and a TD, while teammate Nick Gita totaled 88 yards on 10 carries with 2 scores. Chatham opened the scoring when Gita took the handoff and scampered 12 yards for a touchdown to give the Cougars a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Gita then scored on a 10-yard run in the second period, and after a successful 2-point conversion, Chatham extended their lead to 14-0. In the third, Graham Wagner connected with Rob Gita on a 10-yard scoring strike to make the score 20-0, and then McDonough closed out the scoring with the 42-yard TD run in the final period as Chatham went on to win the game.
How about Don Morgenroth and those Chatham Cougars? They haven't given up a point all season. The 2-quarterback system and the option offense working to fruition. They got the Caldwell Chiefs coming up this week. Should be a dandy. When we come back, we'll talk about what a wacky week it was in the Super Essex Conference. Stay with us here in the New Jersey High School Sports Beat.
I got your son Tommy, okay? You want to see him alive again? You take $2,000, you put it underneath the Oak Street mailbox, okay? No cops!
$2,000, but I need to know he's all right.
Hi, it's me, Tommy. I'm real scared. All right, Mama's boy, back in the cage!
eCampus.com. Textbooks and stuff. Cheap.
Looking for more great New Jersey high school sports sites? Check out Sideline Chatter, New Jersey High School Sports Network, NJAC Sports Center, Morris County High School Sports.net, and HudsonCountyVarsity.com.
Welcome back to the New Jersey High School Sports Beat, everybody. I'm Steve Tober. You talk about September 17th to 20th. 4 days of high school football because of the Jewish holidays, but plenty of action to really drive you crazy if you came from the Super Essex Conference. Plenty of upsets, plenty of unusual results. They talk about parity in the SEC. Is there really an outstanding super team? We don't know, but the competition has been keen indeed. Let's take a look at some of the great games from a truly wacky weekend in the SEC. We expect, first off, how does Glen Ridge build off its stunning 29-14 triumph at Verona when Coach Duke Mendez's team was truly opportunistic, making its fair share of interceptions that impacted the game and played strong overall to post one of the Ridgers' biggest regular season victories in some time? And where does Montclair take its season after it was run over by Wayne Valley and now faces a fundamentally sound and deep Seton Hall prep team at Verducci Field this weekend? Where do East Orange Campus and Irvington rate as far as overall proficiency off a 6-0 Blue Knights triumph and a defensive struggle at Paul Robeson Stadium? Marion Bell's Jaguars will try to continue the ride of progress of sophomore quarterback Justin Larada, its potentially strong ground game led by Tamir Turpin, and a strong line spearheaded by Chris Woods. Irvington counters with speed merchant Rashawn Evans, whose long run versus the Jags provided that contest only points on a day where stellar defense ruled the roost. How good is Westside? Brian Logan's team is 2-0 and has faced a strong challenge this weekend with Irvington. They just knocked off Weequahic, but how good are the Rough Riders? Columbia and Nutley are both 2-0 and trying to climb up the charts in the SEC. Remember, the Cougars once had a 45-game losing streak that ended last November. Now Dave Curtin's team is rising in the ranks. We're still not sure how good Orange can be, even though we know the Tornadoes have one of the county's most exciting quarterbacks in Contraz Hunter, plus a bevy of terrific athletes around him. This weekend's game with improved Weequahic should tell us more. It's hard to believe that West Essex, which has won 5 playoff championships in the last 8 seasons, has started out of the gates at 0-2, but Coach Dave Drozdok's Knights have had to go at it with basically a new-look lineup built around running backs John Locascio and Mike Simaluka, plus the team lost its starting quarterback to a torn ACL in the season opener versus Wayne Hills as Tyler Facetta went down perhaps for the season. All told, even if this is not a vintage season in terms of top teams in the SEC, it does appear to be a season of parity.